The Florida Department of Transportation would like to welcome you to the Wekiva Parkway Section 6 Pre-Construction Public Information Meeting. This meeting is being held to allow you to review the latest construction plans and schedules. We will also make you aware of changes to the traffic patterns and property access during construction. There also will be permanent access changes as a result of this project. We will provide some overall information on the Wekiva Parkway. Then we will focus on Section 6, which will soon be under construction. The Florida Department of Transportation complies with various non-discrimination laws and regulations, including Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This meeting is being conducted without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Persons wishing to express their concerns relative to FDOT compliance with Title VI may do so by contacting the department personnel shown here. Inquiries or complaints will be handled according to FDOT procedure and in a prompt and courteous manner. The Wekiva Parkway will complete Central Florida's Beltway, while helping to reduce congestion and enhance safety on other state and local roads. This project has been some 30 years in the making. The Parkway is one of 3 legacy projects currently underway in the region, the others being Sunrail and I-4 Ultimate. The Wekiva Parkway will provide travel alternatives in the short term and mobility options for future generations to come. The $1.6 billion Wekiva Parkway, a 25-mile toll road, is being developed by the Florida Department of Transportation and the Central Florida Expressway Authority. The Florida's Turnpike Enterprise will collect the tolls on the FDOT sections. The Parkway will include a number of non-toll road improvements, including the sections we're focusing on tonight. The agencies will be widening about 7 miles of State Road 46, rebuilding the US 441 State Road 46 interchange in Mount Dora, moving part of County Road 46A out of the Seminole State Forest so wildlife can move safely between habitats, and building parallel, non-tolled service roads for local travel. The department also will be including a multi-use trail along much of its portion of the Parkway. The Parkway is expected to help spur significant economic development, including creating nearly 36,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly, during design and construction. The Wekiva Parkway represents a unique transportation solution that also helps to protect wildlife and other natural resources in the Wekiva River Basin. The agencies have diligently adhered to the 2004 Wekiva Parkway and Protection Act, including buying 3,400 acres of land for conservation and planning 4 substantial wildlife bridges. The Parkway will have a minimal number of interchanges. The idea is to reduce the amount of related development in this environmentally sensitive area. Some of the environmental protections can be seen here on the first sections of the Parkway, sections 4A and 4B. On the right is a wildlife jump out that will allow animals who wander onto the corridor to safely exit. On the left, bat houses provide shelter to as many as 1,200 animals each. The floodplain bridge in the middle of this section during the dry season allows animals to pass under the Parkway safely. Wildlife fencing is 10 feet tall with 2 feet underground to discourage animals from digging into the corridor. This section opened on January 20th, 2016. It was built on one of several large parcels that were purchased for conservation as required by the 2004 Wekiva Parkway and Protection Act. Lighting will be installed only in limited locations along the project to preserve the natural look and dark skies initiative for this environmentally sensitive area. Here you can see a good depiction of the state and locally owned natural lands that buffer the Wekiva River. This area is rich in wildlife, so facilitating safe passage between habitats is an important component in the development of the Wekiva Parkway. The Florida Department of Transportation is developing a trail that will parallel about 10 miles of the Wekiva Parkway. The trail is being built as part of the overall construction on sections 5, 6, and 7A. A separate project will build the trail along sections 4A and 4B beginning in 2020. Once complete, the Parkway Trail will connect to future extensions of the West Orange and Seminole Wekiva trails, as well as connect to the new Lake Wekiva Trail being planned by Lake County. The Wekiva Parkway is the first expressway in Central Florida to feature all electronic tolling. There are no toll plazas. You do not need cash on the Parkway. Both FDOT and CFX have programs to accommodate those who do not have a transponder. All electronic tolling, or AET, enhances safety by eliminating the weaving between different lanes at toll plazas. It also maximizes convenience. Customers pay their tolls at safe highway and ramp speeds without having to slow down or stop. You can find out more about all electronic tolling on the WekivaParkway.com website. Here you can see the overall schedule for the Wekiva Parkway. The left column shows the various parkway sections. The red vertical line shows where we are currently in the schedule. Design, represented by the orange bars, is largely complete. Right-of-way acquisition, or the purchase of property needed for the project, is represented by the light blue bars. Right-of-way acquisition is expected to finish by the end of 2017. Construction, shown in green, should finish by the end of 2021, with all of the parkway then being open to traffic. This Wekiva Parkway map shows the FDOT sections labeled in green and the CFX sections in purple. This snapshot shows when the various Wekiva Parkway sections are expected to open to traffic. The 8 miles of parkway currently open to traffic are noted here in yellow. CFX is on track to open the next sections in the spring of 2018. Basically, the plan is to have a new section open every year or two until all of the parkway is open to traffic by the end of 2021. So now we'll focus on the construction about to start on the Section 6 Design Build project in East Lake County and part of Seminole County. FDOT anticipates starting construction on this design build project in October. The work is scheduled to finish in the spring of 2021. This $240 million project extends about 6 miles, largely along the State Road 46 corridor from State Road 429 in East Lake County to west of Longwood-Markham Road in Seminole County. FDOT has hired the firms you see here for this project. RS&H will oversee the daily operations for the department. Superior Construction, the contractor, and its design partners shown here are finishing the design and building the project. Here you can see the Section 6 corridor, which begins in Lake County. Section 6 is the longest Parkway section, at about 6 miles long. This design-build project will largely replace State Road 46 with the elevated Parkway and a parallel non-tolled service road for local trips. The non-tolled service road will feature one lane in each direction. Due to the length of Section 6, we've divided it into two to highlight the various features. This graphic features the west end, starting where it connects to Section 4B or State Road 429, which opened in 2016. Just east of that interchange, you can see the first of 3 wildlife bridges planned for this section. The wildlife bridges will allow animals to safely cross between the Seminole State Forest and the Rock Springs Run Reserve seen here. You can also see the non-tolled service road on the north side of the Parkway for local traffic. An all-electronic toll gantry will be located on this section to allow motorists to pay their toll while driving at safe highway speeds. There are a number of short connector roads that will be built as part of this project to maintain property access. The Wekiva Trail will continue along this section. This graphic depicts the eastern half of Section 6. Here you can see the 2 other wildlife crossings, as well as the greatly enhanced bridge planned over the Wekiva River. The new river bridge also will provide expansive areas for wildlife to pass safely under the parkway along the riverside. Currently, the 2 wildlife tunnels on State Road 46 give animals a total of 79 feet of safe passageway. The 3 wildlife bridges and new Wekiva River Bridge will provide 7,700 feet of safe crossing area for wildlife, almost 100 times more passage. The graphic also shows you how the non-tolled service road shifts from the north side of the parkway to the south side of the parkway at Wekiva River Road. The Wekiva Trail will be alongside the service road. This Section 6 typical section graphic gives you more of a ground level view. You can see the trail and non-tolled service road on the left. The yellow lines denote the limited access right-of-way, or the toll road limits. The parkway travel lanes are on the right. The department has coordinated extensively with the National Park Service and other federal, state, and local environmental agencies and advocates to make sure the new bridge over the Wekiva River has a context-sensitive design, that is, attempts to fit in with its natural surroundings. The National Park Service in 2015 issued the final environmental permit needed to build the bridge based on this design. The bridge will have a much higher profile than what's currently there. It will be about 60 feet high so that it is buffered by the tree canopy. The bridge also will have a gentle arch and other aesthetic treatments so that it's more pleasing to the eye. This animation shows a comparison between the current and future bridges. This schematic gives you a clearer comparison between the existing bridge and the new one. The existing bridge will be removed. Removing the old bridge piers is expected to improve the river's flow or hydrology. The greater openness of the new, much longer span over the river will greatly enhance the recreational experience and provide much greater and safer passage underneath the bridge for area wildlife. This image gives you the river user's view of the planned bridges. There will actually be 3 bridges crossing the river, one each for the eastbound and westbound lanes of the Parkway, and the 3rd bridge, shown here on the left or south side, for the service road and trail. Also shown are aesthetic treatments, concrete forming mimicking interwoven tree trunks to enhance the experience of those using the river. The cross-section shows a potential ultimate build-out of 6 lanes. The initial parkway will only have 2 lanes in each direction, or 4 lanes. You can also see the multi-use trail on the service road bridge here on the right. The top image shows the cross-section at the middle of the main span. Note the shallower bridge box structure. The image on the bottom shows the deeper box structures on the ends of the bridges where the piers will be located. This will give the bridge the gentle arch that will be seen from the river. The design build team has included some innovations and new features for the project. New scenic overlooks have been added to the plans in 4 locations near the wildlife bridges. The overlooks will provide enhanced opportunities to view area wildlife and habitat. The latest plans also include modified pedestrian railings, again to make it easier to view the natural surroundings. The goal in each case is to enhance the trail user's experience and to provide greater access to the area's state-owned lands. The design build team also plans to move the location where the non-tolled service road shifts from north of the new State Road 429 to the south side of the expressway. The previous plan included shifting the service road to the south between the 2nd and 3rd wildlife crossings, the image shown on the left. By moving that shift to Wekiva River Road, FDOT will be able to eliminate that previously proposed bridge and related retaining walls. The new design also allows room to provide a left turn lane for westbound service road traffic trying to turn onto Wekiva River Road. Removing the bridge also means the expressway can be 2 feet lower in the previous crossing location, reducing the amount of fill needed and also saving money. The design build team found ways to help protect a bald eagle's nest along the project. The new plan includes moving the toll gantry about 1,400 feet to the east. This gets it out of the nest's secondary protection zone. The move also reduces wetland impacts. Plans also include reshaping the nearby retention pond to get the slopes out of the nest's primary protection zone. This change also removes construction impacts from some wetlands. Now we'll share some of the construction phasing and other details for this major project. FDOT wants you to be aware of the construction impacts to local roadways, shown here, and to the surrounding area that will occur during this project. Work at times also will affect area park entrances, also shown here. Motorists can expect lane closures, detours, as well as other construction impacts. Noise, dust, and vibration are unavoidable byproducts of construction. Night work also will be needed at times. We will do what we can to try to minimize these impacts. Motorists should always obey the posted speed limits, safety signs, and devices in the work zone. Drivers should be mindful of construction vehicles entering and leaving the roadway. We will provide the community with advance notification of lane and road closures, detours, and night work. The department posts important traffic news on the WekivaParkway.com website and on the Parkway Facebook and Twitter pages. The goal of Phase 1 is to build areas of the project that are not currently under traffic. This phase will include clearing along the Wekiva River and the rest of the corridor. Traffic will remain on existing roadways throughout this phase. On the west end of the corridor, work will include building temporary fence to guide wildlife to existing tunnels. Crews also will install temporary pavement to shift traffic in future phases. Work will begin to build future connections between State Road 46 and County Road 46A. This image shows activities for the middle portion of Section 6, in the area where State Road 46 and County Road 46A currently meet. Again, the focus will be building areas not currently under traffic, as well as the connections between State Road 46 and County Road 46A. Traffic will remain on the existing roadway. This image shows Phase 1 activities on both sides of the river. Work will include building the bridge for the service road, as well as beginning to build the roundabout at Osprey Hammock Trail and other activities. In Phase 1A in Seminole County, State Road 46 traffic will be diverted onto temporary pavement built earlier. Crews also will begin to install pavement for the next phase of work at River Oaks Circle. Side street traffic will access State Road 46 via temporary pavement. Crews will build the southern portion of the roundabout and Wekiva Park Drive. This image shows Phase 2 work on the west end of Section 6. During this time, crews will begin shifting traffic onto the service road so they can work on the existing roadways. Work will begin on Wildlife Crossing Number 1, as well as on the Mainline Parkway in this area. Motorists will travel between State Road 46 and County Road 46A via the new connections. Lane closures and flagging operations will take place in this phase. Phase 2 activities in the area where State Road 46 currently meets County Road 46A include shifting traffic onto the service road to work on existing roadways. Travel between the two roadways will be via the newly built connection. Crews will begin building cul-de-sacs along State Road 46. They also will install a temporary traffic signal at the service road and Tree Frog Court. Here we see the Phase 2 activities in the Wekiva River area. Traffic will be diverted onto temporary pavement and the Service Road River crossing, as well as the Osprey Hammock Trail roundabout and the westbound frontage road. Crews will begin building the eastbound parkway near Wildlife Crossing Number 2, the Wekiva River Road crossing, and the Mainline River crossing. In the area of Osprey Hammock Trail, side street traffic will be routed through the roundabout and temporary pavement at River Oaks Circle. Phase 3 will involve finishing the remaining connections needed for project completion. On the west end at this time, Parkway traffic will be using what eventually will be the eastbound lanes. The service road will be diverted onto the main line. Crews will open the connection from Section 4B or State Road 429 at this time. The connection to Section 5 via the service road also will be completed. Motorists headed west from State Road 46 will use the new connector road to get to State Road 429. Traffic on the local connector roads will be minimized. Work will finish in this phase on the cul-de-sacs and local roadways. For Phase 3 in the center portion of Section 6, traffic in the area of Tree Frog Court will be diverted from the Parkway main line to allow continued construction west of Wildlife Crossing Number 2. Remaining shoulder pavement and connections along Tree Frog Court also will be completed. This image shows some of the work in Phase 3 to maintain local access to both State Road 46 and County Road 46A. All temporary diversion and crossovers will feature the existing posted speed limits. For Phase 3 in the river area, State Road 46 traffic will be diverted to eastbound Main Line until the Wildlife Crossing Number 3. Then drivers will use the Service Road river crossing. Side street traffic will access State Road 46 via the Service Road and a temporary connection near Wildlife Crossing Number 3. Crews will build the rest of the Service Road and cul-de-sacs. Work will take place on the westbound Parkway river crossing. In Seminole County, eastbound traffic east of Osprey Hammock Trail will use the eastbound frontage road. Westbound traffic will use the westbound frontage road. Other activities will include finishing building River Oaks Circle. Phase 3A involves finishing the remaining connections needed for project completion. State Road 46 traffic will be maintained on the Service Road. Crews will build the rest of the eastbound main line near Wekiva River Road, as well as the remaining mainline bridges. Work also will take place on the interior portions of the Osprey Hammock Trail roundabout. Since the Wekiva River is a national wild and scenic river and Florida outstanding waterway, there are significant steps that must be taken to protect the river during construction. A top-down construction method will be used to minimize river impacts. Following is an animation showing the top-down construction process. To learn more about the overall project, log on to wekivaparkway.com. The exhibits and presentation from tonight's meeting will be posted on the website within 7 business days. You also can find other helpful information on the project website. You're welcome to contact Mary Brooks, the Public Information Coordinator, as noted here. And you can follow the Wekiva Parkway on Facebook and Twitter for real-time updates. We'd like to thank you for attending this pre-construction public information workshop. We hope you have found this information helpful. Project team members are here to address your questions. You also may submit questions or comments on the comment forms you received when you signed in. You can also submit questions and comments to the project email address at info@wekivaparkway.com. We'd like to know how helpful you felt the meeting was tonight. There are surveys available for you to let us know how we're doing in terms of communicating with the public. We appreciate your feedback. Once again, the presentation and all of the materials should be posted on the wekivaparkway.com website within 7 business days. This presentation will begin again in a few moments.